This is Shaun Sport in podcast form.
Always good to have the governor in the house. Just checking on the governor.
Why are you puffing?
I'm not puffing.
What did you do? Just came sprinting in with 2 pieces of peanut butter on toast.
I tell you what, I was making toast. I heard the thing go on. I was like, Shaun Sport's on.
Sean's got to be Shaun Sport.
I think I need the frozen peas, Gov.
Hello,
The old
Gov.
hammy's feeling a bit, you know.
Need a rub.
I do. You offering?
After you've,
I'll take one.
mate, for sure. I've got beautiful soft hands for you.
Hey, let's talk about you. You're missing another game.
Yeah, another one off. Obviously the concussion protocols and all that jazz. So unfortunately I won't be back out there again this weekend.
Was this more of a precautionary thing for you, or did you not pass the protocols during the week?
I think it's a bit of both.
Yep.
They're obviously pretty steadfast and
Of course.
Health first.
Yeah,
So
it's important.
yeah, everything.
Obviously, you were a genius in your baseline testing, and it's hard to live up to.
I don't know if I was. I feel like every time I do it, I get dumber. It's pretty tough as is, but the combination of both with protocols and obviously testing and everything.
Yeah.
So the docs decide it's probably not ideal yet. So it's all part of it.
Gotta
I guess.
trust
It's
the
amazing, Gov,
judgment.
because you look back to that moment against Melbourne and you thought that you'd possibly hurt your cheekbone, and that was really it.
Yeah. That's exactly sort of what happened. I thought it was cheekbone, but obviously had a bit of a sore head after. But then the docs, as they do, which they're doing the right thing, is just checking everything. And
And your cheek is fine.
cheeks all good.
Your modelling career is still intact.
I was hoping for a bit of plastic surgery, the whole thing readjusted. So I was going to get the whole full facelift, but it's on the mend.
Did you have any lingering effects days after?
You do a bit. Yeah,
Like
after
what?
a few headaches and all that sort of stuff, which I've had a few in the past. So I guess you've sort of got little symptoms from them over the years, but they're manageable. So it's a bit of that, and also because you can't really train as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you got to go through. It's a big process. So it's a lot of building,
it's a bit
building
literally
up and
step by
stages.
step, isn't it? And they know it's very much laid out. So it's
Yeah, so it makes the 12 days makes it hard because you sort of got to get through certain things before, so you're ready to play and train.
Yeah.
So it's all a bit of that, but unfortunately, I won't be out there. I'd love to be.
So Oscar Allen's back in your spot though.
I think so.
That's-
Yes,
in the squad anyway.
Yeah, he's Aussie's back this week, which is great.
Bo
So,
Allen's been named. There's a couple, but the team needs to be trimmed later today.
Yeah.
The final team. But there's a really big opportunity to win this game after the back of building some confidence last week.
Yeah, I think the last sort of 4 weeks we've started to build a bit. I think our footy's been, we put a sort of a 4-week block together that looks
Yeah.
obviously
More
better than what we were. Yeah, we're definitely not where we need to be yet, but we're there's a bit of evidence there of what we're doing starting to work a little bit. So hopefully we can get out there on the weekend and do something
Just, it'd be
similar
nice
and give
just
ourselves
to
a chance.
Get that luck. Do you know what I mean? Like, you guys are putting in the effort. There's no doubt about it, and the improvement is definitely there, and the intent and the commitment is there. But and sometimes you just need some luck. And I asked you just off air before, how's Tom Gross? So he of course was the rundown tackle, as he was running towards the goal that would have sealed it for the Eagles, their first win for the season. And my heart broke for him because that's the one moment in the game. But there's a lot of other opportunities where, Jake Waterman missed a couple of goals that normally he would have sunk in it blindfolded, you know. So there's a lot, and that's not to blame him either. Everybody has those sorts of moments, but that's just the really public one. And my heart broke for him, because he's a young kid.
He is a young kid, but at the same time, I as much as it would have been great for him to kick it, I loved it in a way.
He took it on?
Yeah. A lot of young fellas like that, they'll get it and make it someone else's problem.
Yeah.
But the fact that he put it on the wing and had a crack and wanted to take the game on, how many games he played? 3 or 4 games?
Yeah.
I remember what I was like at that. I'm going to get that ball away from me. I don't want to.
Somebody might see me.
He's got a lot to offer, and I do like his dash, and he came on the other week as well in that game. It just goes to show, because he was coming off the standing start. The guy from Richmond had a bit of a couple of metres.
Some momentum.
But he put on the turbo to lay that tackle as well. Like, equally, you
it's
go,
a great
whoa.
tackle.
Yeah, you got to take your hats off to good players like that. And
Good
it was
plays.
an amazing tackle. And I'm sure Tommy Gross will get another opportunity in his career and he'll bang it over and we'll be forgetting about it and looking back on it.
He does look like a player who can do some damage for the Eagles going forward.
Oh, yeah, man. I think everyone has been really impressed with him. That
Is he
that
training
one of
the house
instances-
down?
Yeah, no, he's going well. He's cut his hair too. I don't know what I think he's got a really little mud flap at the back. He must have got in the way of that, seeing that bloke tackle him down. So he's cut it back. But no, he's a ripping young fella.
Yeah, great. That's great.
So it's it's good. And he gave us a chance, but we didn't quite get there. But hopefully this weekend.
But you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right?
Exactly.
Ross,
Yes.
well said.
That's
Exactly.
I
You
think
got
that's
that?
a
You got a sticker
photography.
on the back of your car or something?
Someone told me that while I was on the bench of basketball team.
No, it's true. But, I mean, harping on the moment, the reality is the inside 50s and the midfield got hammered in that last part. So being able to play out the 4 quarters is the real issue there.
Yeah.
You could have won that game, but it was like 20 inside 50s to 5 type of stuff. So maintaining the effort towards the end is the deal.
Yeah, definitely. I think most of our last quarters haven't been too bad, but we probably haven't played the good 3 quarters before the last quarter.
True,
for that, mate.
true.
So it's a 4-quarter effort all round is what we're chasing. And every team's trying to chase for sure, but for us we sort of need to string that together at the moment. And we've got another opportunity on the weekend, so I'll be cheering the boys on for sure.
Can I ask a completely unrelated question?
Yeah.
Last year we saw that you married your beautiful wife, Maddie. You've been together for a long time. You've got 3 kids. You don't wear a wedding ring
Yeah, I know, because my fingers are...
because your fingers are too munted. Is that what you
So,
said?
we didn't...
You can't. You physically can't get one on. Oh, look at you.
Sorry, I can get it on, but then when it's on, it's so loose that it gets caught. So my knuckles really fat to get over it.
Yeah.
And then it gets caught. So I've got to get one of the clip-on ones.
I
didn't know you
you
could.
can get a clip-on wedding ring.
Yeah, there's like a
easy
clip-on
release,
one.
Shaun, to get it off quickly.
So
Sure.
yeah, we were going to get the rings, and for some reason all the focus was on her ring, not mine.
Oh, that's weird. That's weird.
Crazy.
So we just got a little quick one to get on while we got married. And
What about would you do the tattoo?
yeah, I've thought about that as
Yeah.
well. But I've got to.
A rubber one. Amy's saying you can get a rubber one.
Yeah, what's the point of a rubber one? Yeah,
If you can get it off too
Hey, he's
easily.
got 3 kids. It's too late now.
I didn't need it for my finger.
My first one I got was really quite loose to a level. So I used
what
to tie
happened
it in
to
my
it?
board. Oh, I lost it in Roto.
No,
That was
how?
a tough
Tell him how.
conversation.
Tell him how.
How'd you
I was
lose it?
wrestling Aaron Sanderland on a boat.
On a boat.
There you go.
I mean, wasn't his smartest move of all time?
Wrestling
so it just
Aaron
slipped
Sand
off.
lads.
It's come off, and I really panicked because there was 2 reasons I panicked. The first reason I was panicking, I was thinking, I'm in deep water here. There could be anything swimming around us. And I
Sure.
had to dive down and look for it for ages, obviously. And the second reason, obviously, was going home and telling my wife that it was gone.
That it just fell off. Yeah. Because I was wrestling Aaron Sanderlands.
Sounds like a made-up story.
I've heard a lot of wrestling stories like that
I know.
before, actually.
Why wouldn't you wrestle someone your own size for starters? If you're going to make up a lie about it.
Oh, Aaron Sanderlands. Oh, we're wrestling again. Yeah, I lost
it's
it.
just the first name that came to me.
We're both covered in baby oil. Sorry. I don't know.
Just
I
slipped.
can't
right off.
explain it, but
Well, Gov, good luck with your recovery.
yeah,
Thank you.
definitely, Gov. Can't wait
Yeah.
to see you out there.
Thanks
Yes.
very much. Appreciate it.
Good man. We'll catch up with you soon.
See you guys.
Shaun Sport in podcast form.
As we know, the great man Bryce Cotton, the league's best player, has skid the wheels. He said
he
no
has.
more with the Perth Wildcats. We're yet to find out where
he's going.
and who he's playing for. Absolutely. But news on the horizon, whether this comes off or not.
This is my favourite rumour of the year, I reckon.
The Perth Wildcats are allegedly talking to Australia's greatest basketball, and that is Paddy Mills.
We'll take him.
He's an NBA champion, as we know, with the
Just an
San
all-round
Antonio
legendary
Spurs.
bloke. Just a great bloke.
A great human being.
Can play.
And coming to the end of his NBA career. Now, he's been a bit of a journeyman in the last 3 years. Now he's just been getting traded from team to team who need a veteran who sits
Yeah.
on the bench, comes in
The
at the right
cool
time.
head. Yeah.
Cool head. Really good around the group. The reports are strong that the Wildcats have been talking to him, and his last gig at the LA Clippers is coming to an end.
And they have a bit of room in the salary cap now that Bryce isn't playing for them.
Well, they've got to pay him $1 million.
Yeah. Well, they were paying Bryce that anyway. So they've got the money.
How do you pay him more? How do you pay him $2 million to get him to Perth? And why would he come as a Melbourne boy wanting to come and play for Perth? Like,
The weather.
Sponsorship deals. Free shoes.
they're a massive organisation, the Perth Wildcats, from a National Basketball League perspective, but we're still over here, so it is difficult.
Yeah.
when you've got those guys who've grown up on
Maybe
the
he
East
can
Coast.
move into Bryce's house when there's an accommodation thrown in.
Yeah.
What's your pitch to him?
What's my pitch to him?
Please, 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 please.
Yeah, I think that's what I'd go with. Help. Yeah. I'd try to get him buckle under those pretenses. I don't know what it'd be, Ross. I think the only thing you can win him over with, given that he's from the East Coast, is money.
Money and lifestyle, you know. I mean, he hasn't been living on the East Coast for a long time, obviously, because he's been living in the States. So, you know, it's and it's also a sharp organisation that is well run. We know that. So maybe that's, you know, you want to get involved in a good side.
Yeah, but Melbourne United or the Sydney Kings, they seem to be the teams that, you know, someone like him would come back to play for. That's just the way I feel. I'd love to think that he can play for the Wildcats. By the way, there was another report that Wildcats are also speaking to LeBron James now that he's hit 40 and he's out of contract as well. We'll see how that one plays out.
Oh, yeah, no worries. I'm sure it's
What's
just a
the
matter
sale
of
point
time.
there, Ross, to LeBron if you...
LeBron.
Yep.
Red Army, get behind LeBron.
The Red Army.
The Red Army.
The Red Army are terrific, but I don't think that would be enough to lure LeBron James. You know what I mean?
No, I wouldn't have thought
We've
so.
got this
either.
fan base.
So we know somewhere you can park your jet. I think that's what
Yeah, absolutely. Where would he live? Okay, where would he live? He'd have to live somewhere in
Cottesloe.
Delta. The most...
Yeah,
The houses are too cheap for him in Cottesloe because he'd need a block.
me as someone who would enjoy the beach.
Okay, you're right, actually. I forgot. Twiggy Forest has almost completed that new development next to his old two houses.
Yes.
And when I say old two houses, they're all worth about 30, 40 million each.
So Twiggy, as a great patron of sport here in Western Australia, should just let him have one of his houses so LeBron
Yeah.
James
I think
can
he's
come and
got
live here.
4 now, 5 in that little section.
And he could go, LeBron could hit the OBH, the cot.
Yeah.
Sundays.
Yeah.
Sundays
I'd
with
love
LeBron at the cot.
Love it.
Sundays with LeBron at the... Could you imagine the lineup?
Oh, it'd be big.
I know, but only the first half of that. It's like, oh, he's here all the time.
I see all the time.
He's here all the time.
Oh, LeBron
No,
again.
it's no big deal. He's here all the time.
LeBron again. He's big on the gym too.
On the gin.
Gym.
Oh, Jim.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Sorry, my mistake. I
You've
often
seen him
get the
at
two
plus 24 in
confused.
Subi.
Yeah, good.
It's working out.
He'd be a good life guy because there's so many good lives around, I reckon. So he could just go to anyone. Yeah, Italy today.
He'd just pick it up and snap it, I reckon. Like, oh God. Okay,
We'll wait and see
great.
what happens with Paddy Mills and whether the Wildcats continue their
It'd be a
conversations
coup.
with him.
It'd be a great
Would be
coup.
fantastic. Hey, we're off to a pretty good start at the US PGA Golf. A couple of Australians.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron Davis was leading. He gave up a shot on the last hole, but he's 5 under through 18, so he's
Great
still at
work.
the top of the pops or thereon.
What's his
Minwoo-
first round? First round?
First round. Minwoo Lee had a bit of a indifferent day. He was 3 over, so he's our West Australian boy. But Adam Scott had a pretty good day as well. He was 2 or 3 under, which keeps you in contention as you head into the next few days. Of course, making the cut's one of the big deals
Yeah,
there because
exactly.
you know you're going to get a payday after that.
Yep.
And I want to finish off with the game last night between the Suns and Hawks. I really have started to enjoy the way the Gold Coast Suns have played under Damien Hardwick. And my son was saying, oh, it's just amazing how much he's turned that club around in 2 years. And I said to him, the AFL
Yes.
have bought out the silver spoon, Lachlan.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And given them every draft concession you
Yes.
can think of to make sure that they are successful. They also enticed Damien Hardwick there, and I'm sure they're giving him a dirty big brown paper bag,
And there's
Natalie.
somewhere for him to park his plane. Yes.
100%. And the youth are now mixed with experience because
Yes.
they were able to pick up Daniel Rioli to play in the back line, amongst others, to give them some kind of experience.
Yep.
You know, he's a premiership player under Damien Hardwick. There's a number of people they've moved into that organisation to give them a different look, but also they've got the youth that are stars.
Yes, and it's kind of like that perfect storm now where they've got the good coaching, they've got the experienced heads, but also those young players have developed over the last couple of years and they're raring to go now.
Yeah, it's
will
great-
they make the finals this year? They will, won't
100%.
they? Yeah, yes. Which will be the first time?
Yes, it'll be their
Yeah.
first time, and they're too far into the season for it to be a failure. Last
Yeah,
night
they're
was
second
our
on the
8th
ladder.
win in
Yeah,
a row in
yeah.
Darwin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
So
Good
they
job
want to play
by them.
all their matches in Darwin from now on.
Yeah, what an effort. They're in the Gold Coast because they get those dewy and slippery nights as well. They just handle them really well.
Ah, love a dewy,
Gold Coast Suns.
slippery night.
Dewy,
don't you,
dewy.
Ross?
Shaun Sport is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.